Yeah, the chair box is still behind me. I'm too lazy to put it away, for God's sake. It's a pretty big box though. It's almost big enough to mail myself in. Basically, yeah, that's just a YouTube video I watched the other day. It was basically this YouTuber I just found, Kill Him for the Win, who basically mailed himself to his own house. It's completely pointless, but he made a box big enough for himself, and he basically was in there for like a full day in a post office or wherever it was, warehouse, whatever, and he's mailed himself to his own house. It's so pointless, but he's actually a really good YouTuber. And again, the tripod is wonky, I need to fix that. But yeah, like, no, this is not big enough to fit in. Maybe when I was about 4 years old, but not now. Anyway, yeah, hello man, it is the 6th of October, and it is 10 years ago to the day that BBC changed their current idents. You know what's played before the programme starts? The circles, the hippos, the surfers, you know the ones I'm talking about. It's been 10 years ago to the day that they've actually put in operation. I was actually, and I know this because I was really into them for some reason in like about 2011. I was actually scarily into them. Not the best of signs, but yeah, that was something I was into, and I knew the 6th of October was the date they changed the irons. 2006 and 2016 they've been going on for 10 years, which I think makes them the longest running BBC ident. I'm so sad, man. It's in October now, so it's getting noticeably colder. I haven't had to wear a jumper every day this month when I've been out. Which, yeah, I don't know. Sort of this time of year is alright. I said it last year, but I like this time of year more than a few people. But the thing is for the last... Wait... I think actually every single year it's been the later part of it that Lift-98 has sort of started up again. If you think about it, last year it was the redone Crash Bandicoot walkthrough, the year before was 2 walkthroughs I did. Year before that, I actually never mentioned this, but I created another account, uploaded a few parts of Skyrim to it, but I deleted them shortly after. The year before that was Judge Cook 1, the year before that was the year I started, and I basically was uploading in that account until probably January 2012. So, but this year's not going to be like that. I've got nothing to upload to do Lift-98, and if, yeah, oh well, life goes on. That is sort of becoming a phrase now, life goes on. I've not even really noticed it, but yeah, it's this time of the year that it's starting to get colder, it's starting to get a bit more Halloween related, and yeah, oh yeah, you're going away soon, half term I think, you're probably going away, 22nd of October, if I got that right please, or if I got it wrong please mention it, but yeah, hope you have a good time, hope you have internet connection, but yeah, this is the furthest we've travelled during the vlogs. I've been to Spain twice, but you're going across the Atlantic. Yeah, Virginia, I think that's where you said you were going, I don't know. No, I don't know. It's around that area, isn't it? Washington DC, you said. I've been to Florida personally, so I don't know. The USA is such a big place. Well, actually, what I think the USA is, okay, this is me. The USA is, I'm trying to think of the orientation, okay. Florida, New York, Texas, California, the rest of it. I literally know nothing about the USA. So yeah, I've been to Florida, but that's it. Anyway, yeah, hope you have a good time, that's the thing. And hope you have internet connection, because I'd love to have a vlog from Florida. I don't know, yeah, USA, Virginia even. For some reason I'm associating Florida with everything USA. It's pretty stupid really. So yeah, what's the movie review going to be on today? Well, Fifth Element is the what's going to be on, so let's review that. Right, so The Fifth Element is a 1997 sci-fi action-ish movie. Bruce Willis, Gary Oldman, two really likeable actors. Basically the story is the Earth's sort of under attack every few thousand years, and the only things that can stop it are basically the four standard elements. And there's a fifth one no one knows about, which is the only thing that can actually stop them from destroying the Earth of some sort. It's sort of a planet, I don't know, it's a black hole, I don't know, don't explain it very well. And basically the government's sort of working out a way to defeat it, to stop it. Gary Oldman plays someone who wants the Earth to be destroyed. I don't know. It's because it's intergalactic. It wouldn't really affect him, to be honest. He is definitely an alien. And then Bruce Willis basically plays a taxi driver. He gets rocked into all this. And yeah, pretty much that's the story of it. They create, I don't know what happens in a weird scene. They create a female character who is the fifth element. I don't know. I don't think I'm giving anything away here when saying this, because it's very early in the movie they do this. They create the fifth element. I don't know, which is a female character. Don't know her name. Don't know the actress, but yeah. So they create this character, not very interesting, and basically is sort of protecting her from Zorg, and yeah. Also, this sort of reality TV show host. Played by Chris Tucker's in it. Everyone said he was annoying, but I don't think he was too annoying. It's Chris Tucker. He sounds annoying on the face of it, but if you look into his character, he's actually not too annoying. Same thing said about Rush Hour. Right, so I must be honest, before I saw the movie, I've seen, like Princess Bride, I've seen clips of it online, and there's a lot of stuff on it saying it's brilliant. So I was expecting it to be, you know, kind of a wacky action sci-fi movie. Which, I don't know, I can sort of get myself to like. I mean, I like Men in Black, but the problem is that Fifth Element is tonally confused. On the face of it, you look at it, it sort of looks like a really over-the-top, goofy sci-fi action movie, which is what I saw, but then when you get down to the story, it's actually relatively dark and serious, and the tones don't mix. It's sort of like, it's got a similar story-ish to Terminator 2. I mean, not exactly the same, I mean, not even remotely the same, but I mean, the premise is sort of similar. But Terminator 2 knew what it was. It had a gritty look, and it had a lot more dirty action scenes, which fit the tone. This one, no. The look of it and the style do not fit. The characters as well. Like I said about the female character, pretty pointless, uninteresting, and yeah, not really very interesting. Bruce Willis, Corbin Dallas, that's his name, the cab driver. Not as good as John McClane, but I suppose it's a typical Bruce Willis role. He plays it straight, cool. Yeah, Bruce Willis is himself. Now Gary Oldman. I love him in so many films. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Harry Potter, Air Force One. I don't know, he just wasn't at his game in this movie. He sort of played this really weird accented American alien, whatever, with a weird haircut which didn't really fit. Sort of someone who's interested in technology or something, but he never really got touched on. His voice sort of grinded on me a lot more than Chris Tucker, actually. I think it was a director's choice that Gary Oldman was bad, not his own, because I cannot see Gary Oldman in the same year as Air Force One giving a performance like this. Not a very good villain, despite what everyone would say. Yeah, and a lot of the other factions in it, really, it's a very confusing story. Who's fighting who? Because at one point I was so confused. They were sort of, every character sort of sitting down, actually going in the background with minor characters, and I didn't know whose side was shooting each other. Really confused movie when it could have just been so simple. It could have just been like either a really gritty movie, or I should have made it a little bit more comedic. It does has comedic moments, but they weren't even, you know, good. I mean, the goofy look, like I said, doesn't fit the tone, but it is sort of memorable. I think I would remember a few shots from it, and I mean, the character designs are pretty good. It's a very creative movie, and the story is kind of original, but like I said, the tones do not gel together, and the characters are relatively uninteresting, and the story, while original, is pretty predictable at the same time. and there are a few scenes that I don't know if they're being comedic or they actually meant to be like this, but yeah, they weren't. They sort of came across a bit grotesque and disgusting, didn't really like them. The ending came around a bit too quick. It's nowhere near as good as I wanted it to be. I'm disappointed to say this because I love pretty much everyone involved. But, oh well, at the end of the day, it's far from the worst, but far from the best. So that's it for the vlog, Matt. Thanks for watching. My battery is running out on my camera for the first time. I need to charge the battery. And yeah, I'll see you on Saturday.